Anthony,
Excellent.
You don't know what you're doing.
Welcome to another episode of Much to Do About Something. We told you guys we only bring you this show when there's some shit we gotta break down before the world tries to swallow itself whole. And that's what we're here to do today. Is to stop you guys. Well, how did that? No, I guess that could sound nasty. Yeah, I'll give you that. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'll give you that. But that's what we're here to do today, guys, is diffuse a lot of you guys panics and cries for help based off of things that you probably shouldn't freak out about till you hear conclusive evidence about. But anyway, before we jump into our topics, let me introduce my panel, starting off with AJ. What's up, AJ?
What up, peoples? How y'all doing?
I know today was, I think, a religious holiday for you. How did you classify it? A spiritual holiday? A Haley Steinfeld holiday? How did you classify today, AJ? It's a holiday for you, though, right?
It is. A Haley Steinfeld holiday. It's been greatness for her.
I thought so. AJ has dissected this trailer so much. AJ told us that Haley Steinfeld's what would you say? Her love language is touch. Yeah, so he got that from an animated trailer. So I appreciate him.
No, I ain't watched the after party.
Okay. She's there getting interviewed.
I was still at work.
Oh. I see what you're saying. I got very confused on what you were talking. I'm like the after party for the trailer.
YouTube Premium exclusive thing or whatever.
Oh, that sounds like money. Yeah, I'm not paying for YouTube. Sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna hop on Trayvon's. That's what we just learned. We all about to use Trayvon's. Next up. Speaking of which, Trayvon, what's up, Trayvon?
I happen to be here. Got to see flying on a broom today, flying on the hippogriff, flying on the industrial. Fun stuff today. Yeah.
You had a good day for yourself too, didn't you, Trayvon?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
You sure did. All right, I see you. I
love that Trayvon. Harvard showcase. That was great, but it also pissed me off. But yeah, we'll get to that later.
Jesus. Okay. Thank you. You guys table that for a second. Next up, Didge. What's going on, Didge?
It was a pretty okay day. I also watched the Hogwarts showcase. That was nice. That was about it. Did the trailer come out yesterday? I'm with Trayvon. You guys kept making it seem like it came out today, and I'm like, today was not that long.
It's a 2-day thing. It's a 2-day thing. Okay.
To be fair, a lot of shit came out today, but not all of this came out today. But a lot of shit came out today.
I'm like, man, I promise it wasn't today.
Yeah, I blinked, and my timeline was just like, it was like 50% yes to TheBatman and 50% no, and I'm like, what the fuck are we debating? And it's like, oh, that's what we're debating? What the fuck? Today was Tuesday, Hey, don't play with me like that. Don't play with me like I need the end of the week. I know for a fact it's Wednesday. Yeah, hell no. Hey, don't play with me. I need it to be the end of the week. I know exactly what fucking date it is. I experienced all 12 hours of this Wednesday, okay? We are in Wednesday, motherfuckers. Wednesday.
I took a nap after work. I'm like, it's Friday. Don't care. I can do whatever. I could be up late. I looked at my clock, and I'm like, it is Wednesday. I have to,
Hell nah. I put clips on my eyes to keep myself awake so I didn't fall asleep to this stream again. So I know exactly what it is. It's Wednesday. It's definitely Wednesday. Last but not least, I'm extremely am. It's a pay week, so yes.
Oh, fair. Right, that's next week for me. So it's like this week is.
Got you. Yeah, it's this week for me. So yeah.
Next week.
Yeah, I need this week to kind of scoot on right by.
With it being Friday, then.
Yeah, but it's not. Is my point. That's the question. The reality is, it's not Friday. But last but definitely not least, the only person I know is the true definition of cooler heads prevail. Joel, what's going on, Joel?
What's going on? Can't wait to discuss the weekly Ragnarok news.
What is
It's
DC?
Joel of the House of L, as you can see.
Oh, let's talk about that as
Um,
well. Yeah, that show as well coming back.
That is funny that no, I want to speak nothing about them trying to mix those two. They're trying to put that stupid fucking show on the back of a good show to try to get us to watch that stupid fucking show. Guess what episode I'm
They
missing?
got Harvey
Guess
Dent.
what
Got
episode
Harvey
I'm
Dent.
missing?
I might be watching. I don't
Trayvon,
know.
I don't give a fuck if Batman was in it. I'm missing whatever episode of Superman and Lois that is. They will not get a viewership from me.
The Batman
Fuck
and that
them.
one means to go fight
Wait,
crime.
what is it?
Yeah,
I'm
the
watching.
Batman and that shit shops at Old Navy, buys the whole suit from Old Navy, the whole fucking get up. Fuck out of
Wait,
here.
They
I'm
showed
lost. What
his
is
body.
happening?
They showed his
AJ, we're
body.
saying Gotham Knights is doing a crossover with Superman and Lois, and that's supposed to be the audience's
video
way.
game?
No, it's a show that they're doing. Don't worry, AJ. You're fine if you don't know what we're talking about. Let's
you
get
don't
into
need
our
to watch
actual
it.
topics.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
Trayvon really made me angry bringing that shit up. I
No, the
woosad
Batman-
I'm
already.
just letting you know that they got me, so I'll be there. So I know.
You'll be the lone person
AJ,
explaining
I'm
to
gonna-
us what happened.
AJ, I'm gonna send you the Batman cowl from there. It's bad. It's basically like a cut off.
Didge,
Like a
Didge,
cut-off
no. Didge, you're doing too much. Just send
Ooh.
AJ the poster of Gotham Knights.
I
He'll
could
get
do
everything
that.
out of that he needs. He'll get
I could
everything
really
out of it.
do
I didn't
that.
even know there was a poster. All I saw was a clip that they posted on the.
thought
I didn't even
everything
see
was
the
supposed to
clip.
be getting canceled. Why are they bringing in new stuff right now?
I don't know, AJ. I don't.
Not
That
getting
is new, Trayvon. Oh, you said it's not getting canceled. Yeah,
Not
it's the
getting
world we fucking live in. Anyway,
For now.
let's talk about shit that matters, not shit that'll be thrown in the garbage can, hopefully within the first day it airs. Let's get into, we got a trailer for Across the Spiderverse that dropped today. This was a fun experience, even though I could tell you, I was contacted by numerous people in my family asking me, what the fuck did I just look at? And I will tell them, no, I told them, but I'm going to tell you guys. I have no fucking idea. I saw a multiverse of Spider-Man. That's really all about I know. I don't really know anything else. I guess at some point, Spider-Man 2099 is trying to kill Miles for some reason. I guess.
We knew that though. We've been chasing him.
I did not remember that. So I was very much looking at it like, huh, okay, sure. But no, all jokes aside.
Wasn't it? It wasn't
Oh no, I'm not arguing that, but I didn't remember the first teaser. I haven't gone back to that since it dropped and we talked about it back then.
I definitely don't remember that either.
I don't remember none of that shit. But no, this was riddled with obviously Easter eggs with characters and whatnot. A lot of people saw a lot of characters that immediately jumped out to them. It was just a really fun trailer, and I just have to give the writers so much credit. They really capture emotion, really unlike any other property. Just that conversation his mom had with him was just like super fucking emotional without knowing the context of whatever that conversation is that she's having with him. They just do a great fucking job with the writing of that. I'm really excited to see what comes from it. But AJ, I'll start off with you because this is your baby. You co-wrote it, co-produced it, and you star in it. Your thoughts on the trailer for part 1 of Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, it was a fantastic trailer. I loved the introduction scene with Miles and his mom talking to each other. I thought that was really endearing, and just her talking about just to protect who you were and who you are right now, protect your innocence and all that. I really loved that whole dialogue of that scene. And then intercutting between Gwen and Miles' relationship, I really loved that as well. And then expanding on the universe with a whole bunch of a whole bunch of Spider-Man that I'm just convinced that he just pulled out of the Spider-Man game and just put them in here. And the animation in this seems as beautiful as the last one, looks even better than the last as well. So that's great. I love the coloring in this animation. The cinematography looks great. The movement looks amazing. Everything about this looks good. I do have a theory on why all these Spider-Men are after Miles. I feel like that there's a different Miles that's overtaken each of their specific worlds, and they just recognized him as that Miles, but it's not really that Miles. Which
isn't that what they did in the comics, but with Peter?
Well, they also did it with Miles as well. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's mine. So this whole thing is a mystery, and I love it. So I really can't wait until this movie comes out.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's so much going on, right? And I don't mean that in a negative way, like they were just doing too much. It's just so much going on. I couldn't really catch my breath, right? So, like, as I'm watching it, I'm like, the last fucking thing I noticed was the Easter eggs. So, thank God for social media, because I'm like, bro, I couldn't even tell you what the fuck I just looked at. And you're sitting here like, did you see the Easter eggs, bitch? I don't even know what the story is about. I'm trying to grasp that. And you like, did I catch the Easter eggs? There's so much shit going on. But again, that's not a negative. What's up, Mystery? That's not a negative because the writers / directors, I think they wrote it too. They already came out and said there's so many characters, right? So it's like, well, they lived up to that. But I just kind of wanted a better grasp on what the story was about. And I didn't get that, but that's fine. It doesn't come out to what? Middle of next year? We'll have, a few more trailers. Yeah, I think June or July. We'll have a lot more trailers before then. So I'm not, again, what I'm saying is not a negative to the trailer. It's just the last thing I could tell you about is fucking PS4 Spider-Man walking with Miles in the background. Bitch, what? Like I'm still trying to grasp while people are hunting Miles. Like I don't know what the hell is going on. But Didge, I'll pass it to you. What were your thoughts about this trailer?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. Obviously more than pretty good, but I did take notice to all of the Easter eggs because I watched it like 5 times to see who all I could recognize. Mm-hmm. So that was dope to see, especially some of the lesser known ones that they brought in. Like they had the Spider-Man from the Mangaverse in there. Mm-hmm. They had the werewolf Spider-Man and Spider Monkey in it, and it's like those two I didn't notice that. Well, yeah, I feel like more people might notice Unlimited. They had the bombastic Bagman in it, like things like that. I'm like, this
Velocity.
Is dope. Yeah. And so it was nice to see, even if they're not gonna have a main part of the overall storyline, just to see like all of these different things that are in it. It was like, okay. And all the different art styles that were a part of it. Like I think they said there were gonna be like 5 or 6 different art styles for the movie. Right. So to really see a lot of those in the trailer already was like, okay, you're going in. This is just gonna be like one scene is gonna have that art style. It's a distinct part of the film.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, they do a great job of storytelling, right? So it's like if you could do a good job of that, you'll always have personally me, right? If you could tell a great story, especially through animation, I'm always there. But the fact that this trailer just captured me the way it did, and like I said, I don't know what the fuck it's about. That's a really good job, right?
Yeah.
Because usually that kind of works against you to where I'm like, bro, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a problem. But for this, it just works because, again, and I'll only speak for myself, if you can capture the essence of the geek part of me, I can really forgive anything else. I just need that geek itch scratched. And they did a great job of that because so much shit was popping up here. Great poster. Somebody's already leaked the toy line of this movie, which I greatly appreciate. Appreciate you guys for that. Oh wait, no, Trayvon, that's Into the Spiderverse. Put up something else. Yeah, put up something else. I just realized I sent you that. No, that's on me. That's on me. But no, I really do truly appreciate what they did visually for this project. Because it like I said, it's visually stunning. You know what I'm saying? And it captures so many different things. So AJ, I want to ask you before I pass it to Trayvon and Joel to end this out on this. do you think Madam Web will be in this, or do you think they
Yes.
won't go the route of that?
Well, we did have that scene where we do get the interdimensional webs. I think it was with Miles, Gwen, and Peter, and what's his name?
Who?
Spider-Man 2099.
Oh,
Miguel.
Fuck
Is it
yeah,
Miguel?
Miguel O'Hara. Yeah, Miguel
Yeah.
O'Hara.
It's with them to get together, and you see the interdimensional webs. So I'm assuming that we will get Madam Web in this as well.
Because to me, they have to, right?
Yes.
They definitely have to, because to me, I'm like, that was the whole thing. That's why I was asking you, AJ, and it might have been like a dumb question, but when I don't know something, I ask you guys because I know you guys know. The fucking vampire from that storyline. Like, were they going to put him in it? If not the first one, at least the second one, because he was Merlin, I think his name was. He was a huge part of that Spideyverse comic line that came out, right? He was hunting all the Spider-Men.
I will say this.
Go ahead.
I will say this. I feel like the way they're going to use Madam Web is going to be more of a prisoner-like character. And Miles will try to rescue her, and that's why everybody is after her.
Gotcha.
Or after him. So yeah.
Got you. All right, let's get through this because James Gunn just gave us some breaking news, so we gotta hurry up and get to that. Some crazy ass breaking news, but
Jessica looks so good. I love this. Oh,
she really does. She really does. And you know what's crazy, AJ? I didn't think I was gonna like this look. But I really fucking, and you know why I think I love it so much? Because it's Issa Rae. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if anyone else was voicing this. I would like this look as much, but I'm loving the vibes that this is giving.
It's very much a nod though to her original look. So that's
100%. But to me, because she's playing Spider-Woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I have a specific Jessica Drew specifically is
But
what I
Jessica
think of.
Drew's original look though.
No, I know. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Didge. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say actually when she first showed up and she was the Black Spider-Woman, I don't know, I can't remember if her name actually was Jessica Drew at the time. I can't remember.
It might have been, but the only Jessica Drew I personally remember. And again, I'm not saying like I know it. The only one I remember is the one we all know, right? Obviously, you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So when I saw this, I was just like, oh, like it'll just have to, just grow on me. But it didn't. I immediately was just like, oh, well, yeah, fuck it, we're here. Like, all right, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Trayvon, what were your thoughts on this trailer?
Yeah, so it is very, very good trailer, very fun. Very curious on why it's slamming my boy down like that. So, I ain't like that shit. I was like, wait, what's going on? We got his ass beat now. What's going on? But yes, I want to see what's happening there. It's cool to see the Spider-Man on the game in there. That was cool. I don't know much about like this version of Spider-Woman, I guess. Issa Rae's playing, but can't wait to see it. Yeah,
I was about to say, yeah, for you this should be exciting. Her version being your introduction to the character. That's why I always tell you sometimes. Yeah, I tell you don't have to go back to the comics. Just let whatever they're doing be your introduction because it might be different. It might be spot on. It might be completely different.
Also, sometimes if a character does well enough in animation or live action, they'll adapt it into the comics as well. So
right. I will say, seeing Spider-Man Unlimited in this trailer upset me only a little bit because I'm like, oh, hold on, y'all skipped over Spectacular Spider-Man to put that motherfucker in this shit.
Hold on, we don't know that.
We don't, and that was a rumor.
It's more distinct. You could notice him a lot easier than you can Spectacular Spider-Man.
Oh, for sure. But if you kept the animation style, that is very, it's very noticeable. How drastically different.
It's a completely different costume.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. But the way they drew that Spider-Man looks unlike any other Spider-Man we've seen in animation.
Spider-Man cartoon.
Spectacular Spider-Man?
Unlimited.
Oh! Whoa! Hold on. So do we have Joel on the record that you'll watch Ultimate Spider-Man over Spider-Man Unlimited?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, AJ, we winning. We winning, AJ. We got him. We got him on our side.
True.
I love it.
Sat through on Ultimate Spider-Man, even though that's bad. It's not as bad as Unlimited.
Nah. Y'all heard Joel here first that he would watch a marathon of the Ultimate Spider-Man because it's superior television.
Watch it, which I did.
No. We heard it. You said it's superior television.
I also like that each Spider-Man has their own like different style as well. Like you can see,
their animation style.
Yeah,
and I wonder because I know to some people it's not important at all, but it's very important to me because of what No Way Home gave me with the 3 Spider-Men. I'm looking forward to seeing how different their web slinging is from each other. You know what I'm saying? Like
the
how
pictures
different
they show, they all look very similar.
Well, no. I'm saying from the picture, it looks like the final like stage of them launching from it all looks the same. But I'm just curious, do you kind of highlight that everyone kind of swings different? Because I don't remember Into the Spider-Verse and how each person swung, so I can't really speak on that. So I'm just curious to say. Because I'm like 3 Spider-Men in No Way Home swung different. So I'm like, if 3 of them could do it, I think you can make these.
Well, and Into the Spider-Verse, Gwen had a different, unique style of swinging than Peter and Miles. And then with Peter, his is different because it's more experienced than the two. And then you have Miles, who is inexperienced. And they also did in the animation style. They did it in 2s for Miles. And I don't know. Was it? It was 2s for Peter, and then I think in 1s for Miles.
It was.
It might be the other way around, but I can't remember that.
I think you're right. They
did the same thing in the games too.
Right, they swing different. Right, right. But that was more so. That was more so you didn't get bored with the play style for 2 separate games if they both swung the same. It's kind of like, well, I could have just played the first one.
In my opinion.
Wait, say it again, Joel.
Which is clever.
Oh no! Right. I'm with you there. Go ahead. Were you saying, AJ? If I pass to Joel.
Also, I feel like, especially in the game, Miles and Peter have different like experiences, and you can tell by how they swing. Miles has more of a personalized and stylish type of swing, whereas Peter is more structural and more. What's the word?
He's just a veteran. He's been doing it so long. He's finally, he's kind of set in stone on the way he swings. Miles is so new to it. He freestyles it, right? Yeah. So it might change again in the Spider-Man 2 game because he's older, right? Not older like years older, just older in being experienced in web slinging. So it might look a little different the next time we see him in the game. So to me, that's how it should be. Miles, he's still trying to figure it out. Peter, by now, he should have that shit figured out. Bitch, you've been swinging this way for 20 years. Like, come on now. That's like saying Batman don't know how to grapple down. Bitch, 20 plus years, you got to know how to. That should have been the first thing you perfected. Bitch, grapple down. You know what I'm saying? Get that shit right. But Joel, to end this out before we go into what I assume will have the internet on fire for the next 48 to 6,000 years from now. I did.
I was in the middle of something. I had to send it before I
made the odds ever be in his favor.
That was crazy.
So before we get into that, Joel,
tonight.
Before we get into that, I'm gonna be honest with you, Trayvon. I was waiting for him to go. I was hacked. I was waiting for that. But Joel, let us know your thoughts on this on the Across the Spider-Verse trailer before we get into DC and all that crazy shit.
And oh man, it's just that. All right, go ahead. What with the Spider-Verse trailer?
Yeah,
it was awesome. I liked it. Now I wish I got to understand a little bit more of what's going on. But overall, I mean, I had a really good time with it. It looks beautiful, and I mean, it looks like almost every Spider-Man known to man is going to show up in this movie.
Right.
They even got Asian Spider-Man coming.
They got everybody.
The greatest.
Fucking nuts.
Man, fuck that Spider-Man.
Now, which Spider-Man? I'm looking forward to seeing which Spider-Man get the more spotlight. We get talking roles, and I mean, we already know a couple, but like that's what I'm more interested in. They've been giving us all of them, obviously.
Right.
I am interested in what they did with Spider-Woman. That looks really cool. Very interesting, very different, and a lot of complaining a lot.
Wait, really quickly, Joel, because you weren't here for this. Please help us out.
Okay.
Was that the original look for Jessica Drew?
For Jessica Drew, no.
That
Okay,
was
so it was
okay.
just Spider
Okay.
Woman. Okay.
Yeah, it was like Spider Woman. I think her name was Valeria or some shit.
Okay.
It was a different character, but that Spider Woman looked like that first. Well, not like that, but like
I know what you mean. Yeah, a version of that. Yeah,
a version of that. And then obviously, there's been 1,000 Spider Women like that. You can't. No one could claim to be the one and only Spider Woman.
Right.
In my opinion,
I was just
there's
telling
more
Gage.
variants of Spider Woman in the 616 than there are Spider Men. That's what it is.
I was just telling Didge the only Spider Woman or the only Jessica Drew, sorry, that I knew of was, you know, the one that I think everyone knows the look of at this point. So that's why I was saying I thought this look would take some growing, but I immediately just accepted it and moved on. I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. It is what it is. But to your point, it is funny that we have a main villain in this movie and we did not see him in this trailer. So that lets you know how much craziness is going on. Is that they didn't even need to highlight your villain. Like, hey, yo, we'll get to it. It's all right. Look at all this other pretty shit. It's like, okay.
I also think, Joel, you can get an inkling of who's gonna have the highest roles when you hear about which Spider-Man and women already are casted with actors.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like
I think that gives you your
has a voice role, but I mean, there's probably people they haven't mentioned yet. Like,
yeah, I guarantee
I feel like
you.
I feel like they gave you who they want you to know. These are the ones you
guarantee you. The PlayStation 4 Spider-Man will be a hello. That'll be with the voice. It's like, hey guys, and it's like, all right, get the fuck out of here.
No, what I mean is
Man,
like
he's walking with him. What you mean
supporting.
he's talking to?
Like
No, he's walking with
Spider-Man.
his version of Miles. I'm sorry, go ahead, Joel.
I mean, like the supporting version of Spider-Man. Like,
gotcha.
Like when you have like the 5 extra ones that came from different worlds, like those, like supporting Spider-Man that got speaking. We're like Spider-Punk. We know he's gonna have a voice role and have a role in this movie.
He might be part of that team.
Right, 2099, obviously in some capacity. Obviously has a big role, you know.
Right.
With Gwen and Miles, and I think we saw Peter B. Parker in the trailer, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So he's coming back too.
We did. We definitely did.
This is that Spider-Man.
But to your point, Trayvon, I think the Miles that PS4 Spider-Man was walking with was his Miles. So it goes to AJ's point of thinking
it might be
that it might be a poisoning of Miles throughout the universes. That leads them to
PlayStation Spider-Man. That costume is so weird for me because I like it and don't like it at the same time.
We also got Spider Cop in here too.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Joel. I only like it because it was temporary. If it was something that you had to play like a good chunk of that game with,
it's the main.
I don't think I would like
game. It's just you don't have to wear it.
Right. Again, that's why I'm very curious as to when they bring Miles to live action, what it looks like.
That Miles costume was not great either, but it was also temporary. The one from the game, the main one from the game.
The final one, the one you get at the end.
No, the first one you get the.
The one that Peter gifted him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
was very horrible.
That's the one.
The main costume of Miles is cool.
It's funny, Didge, because the first thing I said was when I saw that costume was, oh man, Peter, tell Miles you're broke without telling them you're broke. Like, what the fuck? Like, Miles and Genki ain't got no money and put together a way better suit. What the fuck?
Peter gave him his hand-me-down.
That's exactly what he gave me. He's like, I thought about wearing black once. Didn't work out for me, so here you go. It's like, oh, well, fuck you, Peter. Like, I'd much rather wear what I was wearing before. But all right, let's move into this fucking chaos. Let's head right into DC. Let's head right
Hold
into
on. I'm trying to take a screenshot. Hold on. One second.
Go ahead, Trayvon. Take your time. We'll still move into it.
I didn't read beyond the first tweet at first. So I'm like,
it's okay. Don't worry.
I read it and it didn't even trigger until someone posted about it. I'm like, oh, he said that? I didn't even interpret everything I read.
I just saw the tweet that Joel sent, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, all right, that's gonna be cool.
I'm not even on Twitter.
Then I got on Twitter and I saw the whole thread, and I'm like,
so I'm gonna start reading it. I'm gonna start reading it, and Trayvon, you kind of just put it up as I go. All right. This is from James Gunn, official Twitter. This is not from Scoopers. This is not from all those other stupid fucking people. This is from James. This is not from a trade. So you guys can't say, oh, this is just conjecture. No, this is from James Gunn himself.
This is crazy, is what it is.
This reads from James Gunn. Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go, which we couldn't be more over the moon about. We'll be able to share some exciting information about our first projects at the beginning of the new year. Calm, right? We're like, okay, beautiful, James. Let me give you a kiss on the mouth, right? Great. That's great. And then James Gunn said, all right, I'm going to set the world on fire. And here we go. Among those on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me. I'm mad, but that's fine with me.
All right, let us finish, AJ, and then we'll jump into this. But we just had a great meeting with Henry, and we are big fans, and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future. And then Joel, kind of catch me up where all this fucking craziness went.
Henry Cavill just
where are you?
Henry Cavill just posted it.
Yeah,
This is crazy.
I'm right after Joel, where it says, you know, he had the meeting with Henry, and you know they're working on they're talking about possibilities of the future.
Number of exciting possibilities to work. And then they asked him, is it a movie? And he said yes, it's a movie. Yes. And he confirmed that he's writing the movie. And has been writing it for a while, apparently.
So hold on, Joel. So hold on. What did we say when the Suicide Squad was announced? Remember when James Gunn came out and said they wanted me to do Superman? I told them, fuck no. Remember we said there's something. No, he didn't. I'm joking. But he said he didn't want to do it. Remember me and you said on air, we thought the only way that Suicide Squad movie was made is if there was a wink of you do this for me, I'll allow you to do whatever the fuck you want to do. And we kept trying to figure out what was that other shoe to drop. What was that other thing that he was doing for them to allow him to do not only Suicide Squad, but Peacemaker. Now it makes sense. Now it seems like it was Superman all along. It just was maybe not in a directing capacity. Maybe it was in a writing capacity.
He says we don't know who the director is yet.
Right. Right. Okay. All right. That's interesting.
Henry Cavill has just posted his.
Oh, I put it on the screen. I got it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hold on then.
He definitely posted a goodbye, which is contradictory to what
James just said.
Exactly. Yeah, because he kind of alluded to the fact like he might come back later, and Henry was like, "Nah."
No. He said that and didn't say come back as Superman. That's what he's basically.
Yeah. Also fair. Yeah. Also fair. I didn't think about that way.
I have just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them and all involved with the new universe the best of luck and the happiest of fortunes. For those who have been by my side through the years, we can mourn for a bit, but then we must remember Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists, and the examples he sets for us are still there. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you all. Onwards and upwards. Sorry, it's because it's a screenshot. It's like really blurry on my eyes. I'm sorry, guys. So okay, to me, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm gonna go a little differently from AJ.
What AJ?
I'm not even. Well, he was saying like he's a little sad, but like good. We're moving on.
I am sad.
To me, I am extremely indifferent, and the reason why is that it seemed as though this was always a possibility, right? That we might either go through a soft reboot, a hard reboot, whatever the case may be, but familiar faces may not return. To me, I think I'm done with putting my heart into these actors that play these characters. To me, I'm just reverting back to what I used to always be, a fan of the character first. I don't give a fuck who plays the character. I'm a fan of the character first. So for me, I'm kind of reverting back to, I don't really give a fuck who plays them at this point. I just want to see these characters brought to life, right? And if that means you got to fucking break a few eggs to make this omelet, I don't give a fuck. I really just can't care anymore. Because I just can't mentally go through the hurt that Ben put me through 3 fucking consecutive times. I had to go through that shit. So it's like
it makes it worse is that he said goodbye and people just keep fucking right down your throat.
Right? Yes. So for me, it's kind of, again, and this is not me poo-pooing on anybody that this is like really hard to kind of get past. I feel for you. I do. But I'm just at this point now to where it's just like, I just can't anymore when it comes to this universe and the idea that it's a changing of the guard. This was always a possibility, is what I'll say. So for me, it's more so confirming.
Bittersweet.
Right. It's confirming the unknown. And that's all I've been asking for, is just to tell us so that we could just get it over with and move forward. And they did it. And I'm fine. I'm fine. You know, I just feel more hurt that Henry had to go and embarrass himself.
Yes.
By coming out with a whole announcement.
That was my biggest issue.
And then, you know, because to me, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I can't defend Warner Brothers because I know a lot of people are going to go, well, you can't blame. No, I can, because David is part of this regime that told him to go out and post a video and then essentially said, well, James, you can do whatever you want. Not really realizing, well, if he wants to do what he wants, he could tell Henry to fucking kick rocks, right? So it's like, if he does that, you just made this guy look like a schmuck. Going out there, posting the video, doing all that.
Yeah.
To me, that's no fair. That's no fair. Before we continue this, I will say to all in the game, to me, I don't look at it that way because he left The Witcher. I think people assume he left The Witcher for Superman. Anymore, so. Right. So it's not like, oh, I left The Witcher for Superman, now I'm not either. He didn't want to be a part of The Witcher, even if Superman was never something he could do.
Yeah.
Especially because I bet if he really, he could come today and say, you know what, I want to be The Witcher again. And they'll probably be like, all right, kick rocks.
I ain't even gonna argue to you. They just might. It depended on what this next season does with not this next season, the season after without him. How that does, they just might conform.
That season hasn't even went into pre-production, I'm sure.
Right.
So if he was like, I want to come back, they're going, Liam, you had a good run.
But to be fair, I have to assume that Henry wouldn't want to do to Liam what just done to him. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he would want to, but I'm saying for the people who are going like, oh man, it's sad that he's not going to be the Witcher anymore. And it's like, that's his choice. If he wanted to, he could
come back. Joel, let us know. Oh, go ahead, AJ. But Joel, let kind of figure out where else he went after answering the question about a movie or not. So we can kind of keep that thread going. I know, that's what I'm saying. I want to keep going to catch us up. But go ahead, AJ, while Joel looks up to kind of catch me up.
Also, with Henry Cavill, he can be in DC too. So it's not like he's not going to get any jobs at all. So he's completely fine.
There is another reply to a question.
Okay.
Go ahead, just keep reading it, Joel. Keep reading it.
It's not a lot. They asked him, will this be an origin movie? And he said, no way.
Okay,
that's
good.
Fine.
He learned from Kevin Feige. Yeah. Good. Good. He learned from the best. Okay, I like to know that you've learned something.
Everybody already knows who Superman is, so that's completely fine.
We don't know this new Superman.
We know who Superman is.
Here's the thing. You ready, Trayvon? He comes from Krypton.
Nope.
He comes from Krypton. Nope. Krypton explodes. He lands on Earth.
Nope.
It's Superman. Why do you keep saying this guy? It's just not Cavill. It's Superman. Nope. Okay, we're ignoring Trayvon. What else is being said?
You ignore me. I need my time to speak as well. Let me get here.
No. Once we break down everything, I will definitely pass it for us to break down all this information. I just don't want us to get too lost. End up doing like a 3-hour pod trying to catch up to everything he's saying. What was the next big thing he said?
That was it. There was nothing else.
Because somebody was posting something about the Batman.
No, they said he met that wasn't he didn't tweet that out. They're saying there's rumors from Variety saying that he met with Affleck about directing.
We don't care about rumors.
So I can't. That's why it's not guaranteed. It didn't come from him. It's another thing Variety is saying.
Got you. Okay.
And it's not even necessarily.
Now we don't care about rumors. It has to come straight from James.
AJ. All right, relax. Let Didge finish what he's trying to say.
Oh wait, he did tweet something else.
Did he tweet something else about it?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, because
someone said could Ben Affleck direct. He said,
yesterday.
Well,
16 seconds ago.
That's what Variety had just said.
That's what Ben was talking about. Precisely because he wants to direct, and we want him to direct. We just have to find the right project.
That's exactly what Variety said.
That's what I was trying to tell AJ. Let Didge get the goddamn thought out. That's what the poor man was trying to say.
Look, these reporters giving me trust issues over here.
I get you.
Word for word, what Variety just said is
that is
James
true.
Just tweeted. So
that's fine.
It's just crazy. Variety on top of that.
To be specific, Joel, you might have said this, but to be specific, James Gunn said the movie will focus on Clark in his early days meeting Lois Lane. So it'll be
very close to an origin.
It's you know what it sounds like? It sounds like picking up with him getting used to life in Smallville, but you don't see.
They said he won't.
I'm sorry, Metropolis. Okay. I meant Metropolis. I'm sorry, but you won't see the pod falling to the ground. Mom, Pa can't taking him out of it. That's what he means. But it is an origin more to the introduction of this new story of him in Metropolis. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see him saying any of that, but I mean, we can make the assumption.
We just posted it, so that's why I thought it said it somewhere in there.
Let me see.
That's I saw. Yeah, that's all you got.
Yeah.
I did see that. Hold on, let me see it.
Okay. Well, while you do that, let me bring up some of these comments. I think he could play a great villain in the MCU following his Mission Impossible role.
No, it's the tweet right after the first. It's the second tweet, the very second tweet.
If we get Mongol, I would love Henry to play Mongol. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this all in the game. Whatever he wants to do, I'm game. Yeah. Affleck as a director in the universe is long overdue. Yeah, motherfucker should have directed the Batman movie, bitch.
That's who we blame for that.
I blame Ben Affleck for that shit.
No, I blame the people surrounding.
There's gonna be articles all tomorrow that Ben Affleck back to direct Batman.
100%. That's not even to be debated. That's not even to be debated. Yeah. That's not even to be debated. With Matt Reeves standing right there, they will look right past him and go, no. Ben's back to do the Batman. Well, Joel, to be fair, if he's not taking Matt Reeves as Batman, Ben Affleck could direct the Batman movie. And who fucking knows?
He's gonna write, direct, and star.
And star in it. Yeah. Yes. They will try to add to it. Yes, they will try to add to
Henry Cavill, but we're gonna keep the guy that they want to be in first.
Right. So I want to ask you guys, and please, Trayvon, keep an eye on.
Are y'all saying that Affleck is still gonna be Batman?
No. We were joking. We were saying now that's a report.
Look, there's already one that's doing it. His name is Trayvon.
I think the Henry Cavill news sort of sells the ship on Batman. Like, are you really gonna have an older Batman with a much younger Superman?
No, I think this kind of lets you know that there's no way you reboot Superman and keep everybody else. It doesn't really make any sense.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think this sells the ship on a lot of stuff.
Juwan right on the air.
Wait, say it again.
The whole thing about the early thing. You actually read that tweet out loud. There's nothing about Lois in it. It's just
no. I wasn't arguing that. I was saying Kanan had posted it, so I thought maybe somewhere I didn't see it.
There's another tweet. Well, I don't see another tweet.
I didn't know there was another tweet. Yeah, I didn't know there was another tweet.
What are you talking about?
Well, I think Mike is still going under the assumption that J.J. Abrams' project is still happening. I think you can kind of throw that in the garbage now, Mike. I think you can kind of get rid of that idea. Yeah.
That shit is over.
But that's why the Batman.
I think you don't need concurrent.
The scary part is like, what do you do with the Batman?
Well, that's what's interesting because here's what I'll find funny. And you ready for this, guys? I'm looking forward to the conversation, right? Of James Gunn going, no, we're gonna leave Matt Reeves alone. He could do his own thing, right? Let's just speculate, right? Let's say he agrees to that, right? You can do your own thing. I find it hard to believe that you go to J.J. Abrams and say, hey, we're gonna let Matt Reeves do what he wants with his Batman, and we'll just do another one. But you gotta throw your Superman in the garbage. It's like, but wait, why can't he do it?
Because he didn't even start it. So like,
right? So you might as well just throw it away.
All he did was somewhat write it. You never got anything else off the ground for us. Fuck them.
You can speak to this, Joel.
Variety said it's still happening. Did Good say it was still
I mean, that's really where we're at now. If he's giving us this much information, we might have to just stop listening to Variety and just wait for James to come out. He said the top of the new year. So, I mean, we don't even have to wait that long.
Yeah. Well, we know they're both not going to be connected to the universe. So, even if it does happen, it'll be its own...
To me, I can't imagine that if you're James Gunn and you're rebooting Superman, you have any interest in Elseworlds existing.
They're going to do Batman.
It's the only thing.
Again, we don't know yet whether or not that is conclusive. We know that he has not said it's not, but we don't know what's happening with that at all.
If you're a Superman fan, you should still be happy because literally a couple months ago you didn't exist in this universe.
Yeah, that's very
any
true.
universe
Yeah.
except
That's very true.
I am a Superman fan, and to be honest, it's bittersweet.
It's bittersweet to lose the actor who had attached to him for the longest time, but you should still be happy that the character.
To be honest with you,
It's
That's
gonna
why I said
become a
it's
priority.
bittersweet.
there was a time where Supergirl was your Superman, and that was what you would have to live with for the rest of your life.
It really
So
was.
at this point, you might have to just not look a gift horse in the mouth. Like you might have to just say whatever you. That's what I'm saying. As much as I love the Batman, right? If God forbid James Gunn said no, we're not doing Elseworld, and we're not going to carry on with Robert Pattinson, we're recasting, I would be devastated. But I would then remind myself they were going to give us a universe where Batgirl was my Batman. So part of me will go, all right, I'm over it. As long as you give me Bruce Wayne, young Bruce Wayne.
Well, that's the issue
Give it to
right
me.
there. Batman's going to be the biggest question mark because if the
100%.
Batman is separate, what the fuck you do with the Batman?
Because to me, you can't go back to making Batman old. Like you just can't do that.
I
You
think-
can't do that.
I think
You can't
that's
do
the
that.
whole
You
point
can't do
of
that.
getting the younger Superman. You're automatically saying no, you're not.
But
And
to
you
me,
already
the
said
reason why
earlier days
you
of
can,
Superman.
Joel, is that to me, if you do, that's what's happening now. So you're hanging on to threads of the past. When you just said I'm rebooting a whole character,
But here's my issue.
you want to hold on to
You
the
can't
threads
have
of that?
young Batman and young Batman, Alfred, and the same fucking movies are going on at the same time. Makes
For
no
sure.
sense.
This is essentially
sure.
what the Batman 2 is going to essentially be. What, year 3 Batman?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
you can't have year 1
That makes no
Batman
sense.
and then year 3
It has to be
Batman.
different.
It doesn't look like he wants to do year one of anybody, really. So-
Yeah, you know.
I guess maybe I just misremember from the comics. How many years was he really Superman when he first met Lois? If
Huh?
you're saying it's right around that time,
oh, maybe about a year or two, maybe.
that's
What?
about year 1 Superman.
He was saying how long was he Superman before Lois Lane found out Clark was Superman?
Uh,
I'm like, it was a while, about a year or two.
It was over
Yeah, I'm like a year. Yeah, like a year or
Not
two.
even- it didn't sound
Maybe
like
longer.
from what you had read when you said it was with
Limits.
Lois. It sounded like when he first met Lois Lane, not even as Super. I don't know what the story's going to be. I don't know.
I mean, we don't have to theorize on the story. We know it will not be what we saw. It'll
Fair.
be different,
It's going to
But
be a young.
not
It's going to be a young
drastically
Superman.
different. Right.
We know it's going to be a young Superman, which means it has to be a young Batman. I think
It should be a young cast.
We
It should be a
thought that
young Justice League.
before, but they gave us a 50-year-old Batman
fair.
who was 20
Also
years
fair.
in the. I was 20. I have white cyber. What the fuck? That's the issue.
Also
Alright.
fair.
Go ahead, Trayvon. Go ahead, Trayvon. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna let the chaos ensue. I'm just gonna let it keep going. Y'all just
It's not chaos for us. This is just answering questions we had. To me, this is the furthest thing from chaos. To me, I just wanted answers. It doesn't matter what the answers are. I have to accept it because I've been begging for
I
answers.
have one question that's not going to get answered anytime soon.
I just want to see if this Matt Reeves Batman is gonna be in the universe or he get recasted. Either one will cause so much mess, and I'm ready.
Wait, say it again.
Either he gets put in a universe
Uh-huh.
or he gets recasted. Either one.
I
will
think
cause
part
mess.
2 is for sure not going to happen.
Well,
I don't
you're
know.
not wrong because that is the internet. But again, that's why I say that's when my question comes in. Are you guys fans of the characters or the actors? Because if you're fans of the actors, well, guess what? I didn't hear anyone say Henry Cavill was retiring from acting.
Shit,
He's just not your Superman anymore.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like if you're fans of the actor ain't going nowhere. They still doing movies. They're just not doing movies as a character you claim to love, but you really love the actor. That's what I'm saying. So me, at the end of the day, my loyalty is with the character. I don't give a fuck who plays them. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference.
Isn't Cavill like around the same age as Robert Pattinson? Like they aren't.
No,
like
he's
that
a little
far.
older. He's a
They're
little
not
older.
that far.
Not
though,
much.
like,
No, not
it
by
would be
a
fine
long
I don't
to
think
margin.
Henry
see them
Cavill
near
is
each
even
other.
40 yet. Let me
No,
look.
Henry Cavill's not 40. Maybe around 40, and Robert is like, what, 32, 33, around there?
Cavill is 39.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying,
Robert
right at the
His
Howard.
middle
cusp.
name is what?
And how old is Robert Pattinson?
Dalgalish? What kind of name is that?
All right, Didge. How old is
Robert Pattinson.
Sorry.
Robert Pattinson.
Henry Cavill's middle name threw me off for a second.
I see that. He's 36.
Yeah, he's 36. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We didn't think it was that far away
I
from
knew
each
we were
other.
around the
Why
same age.
recast? Why do it? Doesn't make any sense.
Because you want to do younger, Trayvon.
Robert Pattinson has a sister?
It's literally
How much
in the
younger?
report. Obviously,
I mean,
drastically younger from whatever he was
It's more
in the
than younger.
Spiderverse.
It's literally to start over. If you're rebooting Superman, to me, you're rebooting everybody. So,
May the odds be
Yeah.
over in James's favor. That's all I got.
Again, Trayvon, I keep trying to tell you, I don't
Cause
think
this shit is gonna be a mess.
I don't think if you're James, you're worried about it. Because to be fair, guess what? Before October, you didn't have Henry Cavill as Superman anyway.
Yeah, but
So
all
just
this
remember
on
how
shit
you
again,
felt.
so
Remember how you felt in
I
September.
done saw
Oh,
him
not
this
enough.
year. Sorry,
I'm just saying, just go back to how you felt in January, and then that's how you feel again now. You'll be
Let's
fine.
talk about the real victim in all of this. Let's talk about the real victim, The
Oh.
Rock. How is he gonna feel?
The Rock is.
Can I be honest with you? You know how I feel about The Rock? What did Dave Chappelle say in that stand-up? Who gives a fuck about what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this? I don't give a fuck what The Rock thinks.
The Rock should post a video. The Rock should just post a video with a middle finger up. That's it. That's
Oh,
all that's all I
man.
say.
But for what?
Fuck DC.
For
Fuck
what?
Warner Brothers.
To me, I'm kind of like, if you're The Rock, all you have to do, and Trayvon, look, The Rock can do the same exercise we're telling you to do. There was a time where you did not have a movie in production, written, a director, nothing. You were in hiatus for almost a decade.
Disaster.
So just go back to how you felt when you were in hiatus, and then you'll be fine. You were doing
No,
other shit.
Terrible
He got
decision.
now he has the one. Now he wants to
Terrible
try to get
decision.
the sequel out.
Nah.
Terrible decision.
Nah. Trayvon, I think you keep mixing up not doing a sequel for never seeing Black Adam again. We'll see Black Adam again. I just don't need a whole new movie
If I
with
was
this
a Rock, I
character.
wouldn't even do that shit.
Except it'll now probably in a Shazam movie. Where
I wouldn't
There you go, where you should have been all
I
along.
wouldn't even do it.
Well, Trayvon, again, that's an option
Oh,
you
you-
have,
I don't
and then we'll
know.
just recast. That's fine. And you guess what, Trayvon? When we recast, guess what we can do for that Black Adam? Give him his fucking ears, maybe some
You're
hair.
never getting the ears.
Like, no, we're not getting the ears from The Rock. I guarantee you, we'll get the ears from somebody else. That's all I'm saying.
What if
Okay, let me
what
bring
if
up
he
Mike's.
shows up in the
Mike's
next
comment.
movie with the ears already made.
That'll mean James Gunn told him, "Hey, bitch, put the mirrors on." Think of it like DC Comics. The Batman is Detective Comics. DCU Batman is Batman. Two titles running simultaneously that are for different audiences.
Mike.
Yeah, but the problem is
that's
you can't have them the same age, and that's what we're saying. I don't need any more old ass Batman. I only need one Batman, and I need him young to match everybody else. That's it. Now, if that's what happens, I can't control that. But if you're asking me my opinion, I don't want two Batmans. I want one. However you make that one work, make it work.
Two Batmans I don't like either. And that's why I don't understand what if it's not Matt Reeves Batman, I don't know what they're gonna do. I have no idea.
Yeah, because to me, even if you say, "Hey, I want to reboot Batman," his Batman is a rebooted Batman.
That's the problem,
So
Juwan.
it's like-
They already rebooted Batman.
You want to double down? Like, you want to double down on that? Like, he's already only in year
That's
2.
all
He's
in the
not
game.
like he's been 50 years in it. Like,
As all in the
I
game
don't
said, initiate the clean slate protocol.
I mean,
Everything.
shit. If
You're
that's
not
what you
gonna-
want to do,
You're not
if
gonna
that's
put
what you
my
wanna
money in
do,
Batman.
that's fine. But then that means everybody's got to go. You can't pick and choose at that point. Everybody's got a clean
Yep.
slate is a clean slate.
The problem is,
Everybody
Part of it
except
was
The Rock.
Henry
I don't
Cavill
think The
is
Rock's
clean
gonna
slate.
allow it. So it's like everybody except him.
Well, I don't think unless The Rock wants to beat somebody's ass. I don't.
He might. For his
I
movie,
don't think
he
that
might.
matters. The Rock is still being salty about Black Adam losing money. I mean,
I haven't
hey,
seen
he
him say
thinks it
anything
doesn't.
else since the other day. Y'all just keep.
He believes that it has not lost money, so
Let it go.
hey, it
Hey,
hasn't.
man.
I don't know The Rock to be a liar. Outside of the times he's openly lied.
I
So,
was a fan.
Y'all hate the Rock. Just say that.
who's y'all? Who's y'all, Trayvon?
Everybody.
I
I'm
will
a fan of
remind
The
you, I
Rock.
enjoyed the movie. I will remind you this. I
I
enjoyed the
just
movie.
said clean slate would mean everybody except The Rock.
I just keep trying to tell you, Trayvon, because I am not willing to put all my chips at the middle of the table with these actors does not mean I dislike the actors. I'm just not willing to go down with these actors.
Well,
If they want to go, or they're
They might
being
come
told
back,
to go,
It just won't be the same characters.
yeah.
I think I'm done. I think I'm done with these movies.
No, you're not. Your ass will be right there as soon as they mention Static Shock. Yeah, it's be front and center.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm back for
That's
Static.
not happening. So bad.
The man is
No,
just
shut the fuck up.
the-
Let him believe that. God damn it. Stop fighting him. Why do you keep doing it to yourself?
because I just
don't
want to know
believe
why
it.
he
It's
believes that.
okay.
That's not happening.
I'm just saying, Trayvon, you're starting the book from the beginning. You trying to start it from the end of the book. Why are you trying to start from the end of the book? Let's start from chapter
How
1.
long it took to get Spider-Man in the fucking universe?
Honestly, they
That's-
don't even
yeah,
need to
that's-
bring Black Adam back. Will anyone even note? Well, yes, because I don't want any more Shazam stories without Black Adam. So yes, I will notice.
That depends on what happens with Shazam.
No, I'm saying regardless of if they reboot
That's
them or
true.
continue them, I need Black Adam in it. So to me, yes, I will definitely notice if I get 3 Shazam movies with no Black Adam. I will 100% notice.
That's frustrating.
I will 100% notice. So yes, for me, yes. But do I need him in a title movie alone, like a solo movie? No. I don't need any more of those. This one was good. I loved it. That was it. You announce yourself to the world.
Give me the
Now
Revenge
go where
of
you
Black
belong.
Adam. Call it that.
Yeah, that's what the Shazam movie could be called. Right, exactly. Yes.
Call what?
Yes. The Revenge of Black Adam. The Revenge of Black Adam.
This is crazy.
I just know that if I have to accept this shit in Sony, I can't accept it in Warner Brothers also. Like, I'm sorry. You can't just keep pushing a narrative on me that shouldn't exist. Just enough already. But we did get something, Trayvon, I sent it to you for you to bring up, for us to talk a little bit about the Robert Pattinson universe, because that was touched upon by James Gunn and Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
I just sent it to Trayvon.
Oh, that from earlier. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, from earlier. And guys, keep taking a look at James Gunn's feed in case he keeps updating with whatever the hell. But we're bringing it up now, guys. But I'm going to read it so we're not just going through, white noise. There are few reporters I love more than the person he tagged. I don't need to say his name. Truly a good guy, but in this case, he needs to get a new source as this is entirely untrue. And he's referring to a report from Variety that says a well-placed source tells Variety that James Gunn and Peter Safran are exploring the possibility of incorporating Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson's Batman into their wider DC universe.
I have it up here now.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Trevor. Hold on. Give me 1 second. And then Matt Reeves went on to say, the source I'm really liking on this is Mr. James Gunn. So, again, I don't really know what that means. Does that mean, like, no, he's not in my universe, but he'll exist on his own? Or no, he's not in my universe because this bitch is rebooting? And the only reason I say it like that is Henry Cavill and James Gunn just alluded to, they just had a conversation. And that's when he broke the news. So Matt Reeves might be saying this as somebody who has not been broken the news to yet about what's happening with his character.
I don't see that as impossible. There's no way Matt Reeves. I just don't think it would have worked that way. If that was.
I don't know. Only reason I say that is, Joel, Henry said when he was brought back, it was with the idea of him being an executive producer for that project.
This is like not even like within. This is within 24 hours that they would talk right next to each other. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Oh, 100%. Yeah. But I'm saying
there's a good chance if Matt Reeves' universe was done, he would have been notified already.
I can't argue yes or no. I can't. I don't know. I have no fucking idea how this goes. What James Gunn is deciding on, I don't know. The
frustration that you have right now because you can't explain what's going to happen with Batman in this universe, I get, because I have the same frustration. Mm-hmm. I don't want it being separate for that reason, because they're going to be, to me, in my opinion, too similar. And how do you differentiate the two if it is going to be a younger Bruce Wayne on both sides? You understand?
Well,
like
I will say this. Matt Reeves has been pointing out that he wants to keep his Batman more grounded. And where you can separate the two is making the DC Universe Batman a little bit more spectacle, more so than grounded. So
but
they can do that.
Joel's point still raised. I think really the only truly way you could differentiate the two is if Matt Reeves has no interest in utilizing the Bat family, but James Gunn Batman starts off with Batman being in like year 3 and he has a Robin.
DC, exactly. DCU Batman already has a Robin.
Right. That's the only way you could separate it, and it truly be separated. Right. And I don't know if you're Matt Reeves, if you want to agree to that. It's like, how long do you plan this universe to exist if it's only Batman for the next 15 years? Like,
yeah, because then does that mean that the DCU one, they have all of the Bat family, and it's like,
right? That's essentially what you would have to right? I mean,
you better hope you and Alfred are cool for the.
To be fair, where I think maybe Matt Reeves can get away with it is like if there's like a handshake deal of like, hey, since you're gonna use all the Robins, the Tims, the Jasons, the Dick Graysons, leave the Sun to me. Let me play around with the Sun, right? You could do that, but then at that point, do we care? Like, we've already seen all the Robins over here. Like, what will you give us with that Robin that's been drastically different than the three Robins they gave?
They get to keep one Robin that's different.
Right, that's drastically different, right? Yeah. But then it limits whoever directs the DCU Batman, because then you're telling them, hey, you can't use any of the Al Ghuls. And it's like, well, that's a really big part of Batman's world, but okay, all right, I guess, sure. So that's why it's saying you'll just run into a roadblock either way. But the best way to do it is to say that the DCU Batman has a Robin, right? He's already been active for 3 or 4 years. He has a Robin, and you're moving forward with the storyline of his Bat family. And then Matt Reeves is only Catwoman, Batman, Alfred. That's it. That's the team, right? That's as far as they go. It has
to be a middle ground Batman, right? It can't be past his prime or close to past his prime Batman.
Right.
And it can't be year 2, like we're
right. So you can do 4 or 5 years. He's been active for 4 or 5 years.
Not bad, right? 5
years.
Yeah,
you can do that, but you can't go. He's only been 3 years active, bitch. That's only 1 more year than the one we just got. And then the next movie we get, he'll be in year 3. So that shit don't even make no sense. Like, the fuck? But again, I think this is a fun problem for James to have, right? Because I think at the end of the day, you kind of look at it, and I think if you're David, you might go, hey, it made money, bro. Like, his movie made money. You can argue all Batman movies will make money, but it's so fresh, right? It just came out this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just had his movie this year. You might want to see a little bit where they're able to go with it. But again, I think it comes down to AJ, what we were talking about last week. He just signed that overall deal, and we believe in that overall deal. It's carte blanche to do whatever the fuck he wants to do with Batman. It's kind of hard to look that contract in the face and then go, yeah, we lied. we're sorry. You have to get the keys to James. I don't think that's. I don't think they'll do that.
Well, he said one of the first people he talked to when he got the job was Matt Reeves. So imagine.
And I guarantee you that phone call went, hey, bitch, not me, right? Nah, not you. You safe. You good. All right. I fucking thought so. Let's see what comment we got here. Anyone else want Cavill to play a long-running MCU villain following his Mission Impossible performance? You asked that before. To me, I personally, whatever he wants to play. I don't mind if he goes over there, but I just don't want the narrative of, you know what I'm saying, he kicked out as Superman, so he went over. No, whatever he wants to do, I'm on board with. Captain Britain, whatever the fuck, I don't care. Whatever he wants to do,
I agree with that.
You go do whatever you want to do, Henry. I am in much support.
Don't say whatever, because somebody's gonna fan cast him in the worst role possible for him.
Here's the thing. Time out. Here's the thing. They already did that when they were trying to make this motherfucker Hyperion or fucking what's the other one? Or Sentry for the MCU as like a Superman answer. So I'm like, they've already done it. They've already done it.
I've already saw that. I saw someone say he should be Galactus already.
That's a big ass Doom. That's a big ass Doom.
They said Galactus and Doom. Those are the first two I saw immediately. Now, granted, they were from random people.
I'm honest with you. If Henry Cavill got casted as Doom, I bet not ever see him use magic or any kind of beams. You just square up with a motherfucker at next size. What the fuck? Like, just start fist fighting motherfuckers. Are you serious? Like, just square up to that.
That's not a bad idea.
Captain Britain, Joel, I'm going to be honest. My only two looks at that character were either Henry Cavill or John Boyega.
Well, that was drastically different.
Yeah.
No, I know. Henry Cavill was more so if it ever opened up. No, Blue Marvel, I want to be Denzel. I think you should go Denzel. I think it should be that old. When you do Blue Marvel.
Old. I mean, he's an old character.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's what you should shoot for, is Blue Marvel. He just looks young, Trayvon, but he's old as fuck.
I don't want to be Denzel.
Why not?
You don't like Denzel?
No, not really.
No.
Hey, mute him.
Okay. All right, we're gonna read the next comment. 2026 Batman and Robin, the Boy Wonder. That might be what the title has to be, because I'm like, they took the Batman, right? So I'm like, that might be a really dope ass name for the DCU's Batman, right? Batman and Robin, the Boy Wonder.
Don't say that. Now cut the Boy Wonder part out. But yes,
Nah. Keep the Boy Wonder and have him dressed just like the old school Robin.
I don't want it to be a cheesy Batman either.
That's how you get different, Joel.
Yeah, that's my fear. Don't be too fucking different.
Don't lean into Trayvon's fear that James Gunn's gonna make everything comical, Joel.
I'm not. I'm just
I
saying.
feel like the Batman movie's gonna come out a little faster though. Like,
But that's the problem.
What? You want them to come out faster? You was just saying you didn't give a fuck about these Batman movies, Trayvon.
It's true.
look, if I gotta deal with these shits, he need to make
If I gotta deal with
it's
it,
not 45 by the
You
time.
just say
it come out.
I don't even like the way you said that. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Let me speak to this for a second. That name is not taken because we don't acknowledge that fucking movie, Mike. So you can 100% use that title.
I acknowledge it. I love that fucking movie.
It is scratched from the history of Batman movies. It is gone.
HBO Max.
No, it is a parody that the Wayans brothers did. That's what it is. It is a parody. It's Scary Movie 17. That's what it is. It is Scary Movie 17. What do we got here? That's going to be the narrative anyway, given what's happened, regardless of where he ends up, whether it's Bond or the MCU. I know, but I just choose not to lean into it. So
Ken is not happy right now.
Oh, he's not? Is he? What's he saying? What's he saying?
Look at his tweet.
Oh, there's always. So that's exactly what All in the Game was just talking about. There's always the MCU.
Wait, who's mad?
Kanan. Kanan loves Henry Cavill. But it's weird because Kanan loves Superman also, so I think he'd be happy that they're using Superman, you know, because there was a time where they weren't.
What
He'll get over it once they cast a new Superman.
I mean, he'll have no choice. He'll have no choice, Joel. I don't have Ben Affleck as Batman right now, so clearly getting over it is the thing. I don't want him near any Batman anything. AJ, I'm going to be completely honest with you. That time is past. I don't even want him writing it, directing it, nothing. Stay the fuck away. Stay the fuck away. All right. So, is there anything else DC that's being reported right now we need to discuss? Joel, Trayvon, Didge, anybody? Any of my reporters here? Nothing. James isn't saying anything
else.
He didn't say anything else. He went to hiding now.
What about?
Hiding. Shut up, Trayvon.
There's nothing at the moment.
He did. He getting death threats.
He went back to sleep. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
That motherfucker said chaos grenade. All right, I'm gonna go take a nap.
The man broke the huge news and Trayvon,
all right, so let's
lay out all 10 years. He's like, you fucking asshole.
I'm gonna report these tweets for bullying.
Report the tweets.
Yeah.
You go on right ahead, Trayvon. I tell you what. You fuck up James Gunn tweeting, I'm gonna report your ass for bullying and sexual harassment. That's what I'm gonna do, Trayvon. Don't you fuck up this man giving us what these plans are ahead of schedule. I like it. I like it. All right, I'm looking for this last topic here, and then we're gonna get out of here. So I don't want us to be on here too long. All right, so Trayvon, I'm gonna send this to you to bring up. Hold on. Because I truly did enjoy this. So that was fun for us to talk about, right? And I think
my problem with everyone saying fuck Warner Brothers right now is like, how were you not saying that before? Like, how is that any different than your feelings earlier?
They were saying that
just
before.
got Black Adam.
That's what's confusing me.
Superman.
Well, no, Joel. I think you asked the wrong question. How are you saying fuck Warner Brothers off of letting go of Henry Cavill when you technically didn't have this motherfucker 3 months ago, 2 months ago? Like the beginning of the year. Like,
that's an easy answer. To answer that was the amount of fanfare that was given to him coming back in that movie.
The hype. It was the hype.
Yes. But
outside of that, even outside of just the hype of him showing up, they had him do a whole thing about Superman being back. And to what Mike is saying right now, most of the internet really loves Henry Cavill. They already felt like he had got the got the bad straw before not being able to have a Man of Steel 2. Then
Yeah,
they
he
made
got
this
screwed
huge
at
fanfare
the end of
about
the
him coming back. And then all of a sudden it feels like the rug got pulled from underneath him again. Not even a month and a half later. So I do understand it.
I will say him doing the video is fucked up. But I do want to remind people, Henry Cavill last year did an interview where he said, it's still in the closet. I've been talking to Warner Brothers, right? Like, we've been speaking. So it's always been on the horizon, but not really. On the horizon, but not really. On the horizon, but not really.
Was not a priority, and that should have been your fuck you the whole time.
I just want us to revisit when either Pattinson gets recasted or the movie gets joined into the DCU, because I really want to see how everybody feels after that point.
Wait, do you mean on this panel or like the world?
The world here.
The world's gonna be like today.
Well, I already told you, Trayvon. I already told you. If they came out tomorrow and said that he's done, I'd be heartbroken, but I'd move on. It's the same thing with Ben. I moved on. Once you give me the casting, I'm good.
I will cackle.
But I will catch a bitch fit till you recast. But once you do, I'll move on. I'm fine. But to me, the only reason why this Henry thing doesn't affect me, apparently the way it affects everybody else, is that I'm used to not having a Henry Cavill Superman movie. It's just what I've become accustomed to, right? So whether or not they sold me on a bill of goods, it's been forever since this motherfucker has been Superman.
Which is
so I'm okay.
I don't get. I can fully understand someone feeling like you just sold me this again, in order to just turn around and say, "I got you." Just kidding. That is a kind of a shitty feeling to do.
100%. We're just saying that the term "fuck Warner Brothers" should not be new. It should have been your stance for years.
I don't think it is. You guys are acting like it is. These people who have been saying it, they probably had maybe a month reprieve from saying it because they felt like they were getting him back. And now it's like, oh, you lied? Back to the same old. Like, you guys are acting like these are all new things. Like, the people who probably are saying it now have been saying it.
I'm just saying, for the longest, people have been asking to reboot this universe. We're finally here.
Not like this.
We're finally here.
I think that's where the biggest thing is. That I don't think everybody was asking for a complete reboot.
Oh, I definitely.
And now that it is, I mean, there's there's people that probably said that.
Sure.
Look, that's the cleanest way to do it. You know, just start over. Because like
that for years.
It's been a fucking mess for a long time. And look, but I didn't mind like the bringing in what you had, because you know those are actors already. If you're affiliated with those characters, I just think it's really messy.
I don't disagree, but what I give James Gunn a lot of respect for, and then we're going to move on, is the idea that this was not a variety story. This was not a Deadline story. He came right out. He came right out. So to me, I give him respect for the idea that he spoke to Henry, right? This wasn't just a fuck Henry, I didn't even speak to him, fuck it, you lost it, whatever.
They both said they talked.
He reached out, right? He told us, this wasn't from Variety or somebody, and us waiting for him to confirm it. He just pulled the Band-Aid right off, guys.
I mean, I've been respecting his comments the whole time, like, because I appreciate him being upfront with us, so we don't have to sit here and speculate for months at a time. What the fuck is going on? You know what I mean?
Right. Would you say, Trayvon? Would you say, Trayvon?
Squad and Peacemaker better be gone as well. That's all I'm saying.
Who?
Don't try to keep none of your shit either.
I mean,
what do you say? I didn't gotta
go.
He wants Suicide Squad and Peacemaker gone.
They might be. They might. I mean, it's a complete reboot. So
better be.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I think he likes the idea of a brand new slate, but I don't think that means all the faces around the entire DC universe have to change. I find it very hard to believe that he will not bring John Cena back. I find it very hard to believe. Very hard to believe. Very hard to believe.
And that's gonna be a problem.
Very hard to believe. Because to me, he had his hands directly on that. Like, there are two, I'm gonna be honest, there are two actors I do not believe he will recast, and if he does, I have no problem admitting I was wrong. That is Margot Robbie, and that is John Cena. I just don't see it happening. Well, his wife, you could really just make anybody. She's not one of those, you know, massive characters. You just got to give her a job.
She was an important character in
No, I'm saying if you reboot the universe, that character specifically is not important to the universe of DC. You could just put her in anything else, right? But he just raves too much about Margot and John for me to believe that he'll go, John had one season, hey, that's it, doggy. We're gonna go ahead and nix that shit. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's all I'm saying.
If they weren't connected, I'd be fine. But they are.
And now think about it. It gives him a chance to do what he wanted to do from the beginning. Who did he want his Deadshot to be? He wanted it to be Idris Elba. You now got the freedom to do that, James. You now can do the Suicide Squad movie you wanted to do to begin with. All this shit is now open to you. You know what I'm saying? It's wide open. You can do all these stories you wanted to do but couldn't because the management was in the way. So we'll see. Like he said, we only have to wait a few more weeks and then he'll release it. So we'll see. But I'm glad that Superman, he got out of the way. Now comes the hard part. Now you got to get Batman. You got to get Batman.
That's the hard one because
that's really the hard one.
There's a roadblock there.
Most of the internet loves Henry more than Superman. I know that's my problem.
Well,
that's my personal problem. That's my personal problem.
However, that is a distinct thing that goes against what Scorsese said about it being the character, not the actor. This proves him wrong.
But that's why I said I disagree with it when we were having that argument in the group chat. I think he's completely wrong. I think he's completely wrong.
I think it's still little column A, little column B.
I think you could agree that the superhero has made a lot of actors. I also believe a lot of actors have made the superheroes to the general audience, not to obviously the comic book fans.
Well, that's why I said it's a little column A, a little column B.
But that's why
I don't think he was completely wrong because I do think you can say that for some characters.
Okay, so then can I say this, Didge? He's wrong if he's saying it's the whole of the pie, not half.
Well, that's what I mean by a little column A, a little column B.
Okay, then I'll split the hairs with you. There we go. All right. But that's my issue. That's why I said bringing Hugh Jackman back only delays the inevitable. Like, it only makes it harder for people to fucking let go, right? So it's like, just don't do that. Like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, Trayvon, before we go to our last topic, can you please bring up John Krasinski's tweet? We might as well attack that while we're here.
Whole bunch of bad news this week.
Established actor or relative? No, he tweeted about the fact that he doesn't think he'll be back as Reed Richards.
He hasn't had conversations in return, he said.
Right, and Peyton Reed made it sound like, and Didge was saying this, if you got concept art, you fucking have the actors in mind you want.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've seen concept art with different actors than the actual actors.
No. I'm not saying that they have people selected. I'm saying you have people in mind. You have someone in mind. So if he didn't get the return phone call, it's very likely that whoever whatever the direction is not in favor of John Krasinski. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's definitive. I'm just saying
it makes sense.
I think it was an article, right?
Yeah, it was an article. It was an article from.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize, but it was a direct quote from him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the article, it said that he hasn't had any calls back and he doesn't think he'll be casted, which makes sense because when he got casted and he showed up in Multiverse of Madness, they did a lot to try to say like, yo, we wanted to really make fans' dreams come true with this. So it almost sounded like they were trying to say at the time, like, yo, we threw you guys a bone.
The reason why I wanted to bring up the John Krasinski thing and all this Henry stuff we're talking is I view it the exact same way, right? Like, you could have just not put Henry in Black Adam and just waited, right? The same way you did not. You could have went after the fucking Reed Richards from the original Fantastic Four movie.
That was worse. I mean, because this is at least a multiverse version of the character.
Yeah,
you can always play that.
This is very easy to say they're not going to bring him back.
Which is different
problem because you're saying that you did it as a nod to the fans, but we didn't want it as a one-off, bitch. Right. Yeah. We'd much rather you not do it if you're not going to bring it
nod to the fans. Thank you.
Yeah,
like it was a weird nod, but
it was a perfect way to do it.
I think
it was beautiful.
It
was a way with I'm not casting him, but I'll utilize him here. So no. That was a crafty way for them assholes to do it, but it was not good for us. That's all I'm saying. But on the game, should we have an established actor or relatively unknown to play Jon Stewart? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't mind. I've fan casted this man so many times over the last decade. At this point, whoever you want to give me, I don't mind. I don't mind. Oh, if anybody has a Jon Stewart in mind, please speak up. But for me personally,
Rhodes.
I don't mind.
That would actually be really good.
Rhodes is not bad.
I have no issues with that. I know there was a point in time where I wanted, because I thought the both of them would just work so well. I had what's his name from Power as John
I
Stewart,
like him, yeah.
and Tommy is Guy Gardner, because I'm like, that's just so fucking
They were
perfect.
perfect, right?
They were perfect.
Um,
So for me, I don't really have a horse in that
My
race.
original fan cast back in the day was always Idris Elba. I'm like, he'll be perfect.
Oh, for
He
sure.
would have been
Especially
perfect,
Joel
yeah.
after that first robot movie he did.
Yeah.
After seeing him with the mustache and everything, it's like a general. It was like
Military guy.
I'm like,
So what
yeah.
Mike just commented, I honestly do agree with that, but it's like, oh, he already got him. But I think he would.
He was Jon Stewart in the animated movie.
He was, yeah, he was,
And
yeah.
you can tell he would play it really, really well.
I wouldn't mind it. But
a lot
my
of these
question
actors have
would
to
be
recompensated after what was going on.
right. Same with the other Justice League members. Again, I don't. You know what we'll do for you all in the game? We'll schedule an episode before the end of the year where we fan cast just the main
Justice
7.
League?
Yeah, just the main 7.
Oh.
No more than the main 7.
I'm
We'll do that. Would you say, Didge?
I'm gonna be sick that day.
Oh, I mean, again, we're not holding anybody to it. Just, whoever you would like to say. Just don't get too emotionally invested. So if it doesn't happen, you're upset. Be able to know that we're just fan casting here. Agree with you on not bringing Jackman back. Well, to me, you can bring him back. I'm just saying you're only kicking the can down the road for people who already don't want to let him go. I don't mind you bringing him back for Deadpool 3. That's what we were all hoping we would finally get a chance to see. But you're only making it more difficult for when you do want to recast Wolverine.
For damn sure.
He voiced him in a recent anime. Yes. Yeah. That's what Joel was saying. All right. So we're done with all this craziness in Warner Brothers. If you guys see something before we get off air, let me know. We'll talk about it before we get off air. But let's get into our final topic here. We got our teaser trailer to Scream 6, and a bitch couldn't be happier. Oh my God, it looks so much fucking fun. Oh man, I hope it only takes place on that train. I hope they don't step foot out of that train. That concept seems so much fucking fun for me. You know what I was thinking, actually? I was thinking like Bullet Train, but a horror movie. Like, that's kind of what I want. That shit looked dope. I can't wait for this. I love that the mask looks so worn and torn, like it's someone dug up from a grave, or someone dug up the suit from someone's grave. I don't care. I just know I can't wait for this. You showed me Jenna Ortega. You already won. I just really can't wait to see where they go with this franchise, especially with there being no Scream Queen. You don't have your Scream Queen in this movie. So I'm very curious on what your narrative is going forward. Trayvon, I'll go to you. You saw Scream 5, right?
Absolutely.
You did, and you enjoyed it, right?
Yeah.
I'm with you there. I thought that movie was so fucking, for a franchise I thought died maybe 2 or 3 movies ago. I was very impressed with Scream 5 in its way to kind of bring back in a more serious tone as opposed to how jokey it's always felt. It kind of brought a little bit more seriousness to it. It's not as campy as we know it usually is, right? So I thought they did a great job revitalizing the universe. I actually felt like for Scream 5, what most people felt like for 2018 Halloween. That's what I thought Scream 5 did for this universe. But go ahead, Trayvon. What were your thoughts on this Scream 6 trailer?
I thought it was terrifying. Like, because I never like seeing those masks in public at all. Like, I don't like right now. I still don't. That should not be allowed to be a costume to me.
Right.
Like, so seeing them anywhere, I don't care if you're like, especially them. I know they're traumatized already. I know they damn sure don't want to see it as a costume on a train. And as you see, one of them keeps getting closer to you. Like, no. I was like, yeah, all right. And there's nowhere to go either. That is terrifying. I was like, you can't jump off the train. So I was like, this is no. And then when it got closer and grabbed her, I said, yeah, I would die right there.
Yep.
I would have passed out right there. There ain't no way.
I do have a question because I guess I just don't remember it. I'm gonna rewatch it tonight. I guess I just don't remember it. I don't remember. I thought that stab that the brother got in Scream 5 was a lot more fatal than apparently it was. But I guess there was a scene at the end with him getting into the ambulance. I just don't remember it.
Yeah.
I swore that motherfucker died. So when I saw him in this, I'm like, y'all digging up people from the grave? What the fuck is happening here?
Can't get rid of Mason Gooding.
Not gonna lie. I looked at it as horror movie logic.
I guess so, right, dude? I guess so. To be fair, Saw's doing that with this next movie. They're bringing back both Jigsaw and Amanda. It's like they both died in the same movie. How the fuck you bringing them back?
Horror movie logic.
Reboot. Soft reboot. That's what we're doing. That movie never happened.
And aren't they bringing Kirby back? Right?
Who?
The one that Hayden Pitt. I can't say her last name.
Yes. Hayden Panettiere. Yeah. Yep. She's back in this somehow. Too. Yep. She wasn't in the trailer, so I thought that was really interesting. So I'm curious if this was more so just like like an ad for Scream, like a teaser, like something fun that they shot, or is this like an actual scene in the movie? Because I want a lot of this movie to be that. That was so much fun.
This is like like I said it in my reaction. I was like, it was like a fast turnaround to me. Like I feel like we just got the last one.
Oh well, we did. It came out in January. Okay. So to be fair, it comes out in what, February of next year?
I guess they're cheap to shoot it, so I guess that makes sense. But
I mean, it shouldn't be a lot of money. Yeah. The fuck you spending the money on? The cast? Ain't no massive names in that shit. Should be cheap as fuck. Should be a good whopping $50 million.
No, because it's in New York this time.
That's where they had to. Yeah, that's where they had to up the ante. We did see in a leaked photo of this movie that this Ghostface rocks a shotgun. So that's going to be really fucking interesting to see why he just went, you know what, fuck it. Everybody keep dying because they keep using knives. Where my blicky at? Let me go for the blicky.
It's because he's in New York. It seems like with the killers, when they get to New York, they just do extra shit. That's what it's because.
I'm going to say this. If he lifts that robe up and there's Tim's on, you look for whoever's new and black in this cast. That's who's Ghostface. Just letting you know right now. If there's Tim's underneath that shit, it's whoever's black in this movie. There you go. I solved it. There y'all go. But I am sticking with Joel. You remember I had dumb luck on picking Ghostface last time around. This time I'm going with homeboy that was Prometheus. That's Ghostface. That's who I'm picking. I'm sticking with it. It's my dumb logic. It worked last movie. See if it works this one. Trayvon, you got any thoughts on who you think the killer might be for this one based off of the cast we got so far?
No, I need to see an actual trailer.
An actual trailer? Okay. Yeah. I got you. No problem.
Yeah.
Did you like Scream 5?
I did. And I think I'm going to like this one. Like I said, I'm glad to see Ghostface get his time in New York. It seems like that's where the killers all got to go at some point. You got to spend your time in New York. So I'm glad they're getting their time there. I also don't know who the killer is going to be. I'm not going to guess based off of just this.
No, that's fine.
But I hope there are some good kills on the subway.
Well, I hope so too, and I hope they get more creative because the way they did poor Jenna Ortega in the beginning of the first one, that was very creative. Like, holy shit! Get more creative.
Terrifying, man.
You need to get more creative. Like I said, Halloween to me didn't get creative, so this motherfucker went into the knife drawer and just was picking random knives till he found his right one, stabbing motherfuckers. That was genius. That's creativity right there. But yeah, to me, bringing it to New York as opposed to where were they in before? Butt Creek, Mississippi, or some shit. So I'm like bringing it to a major city. Yeah. I really like it. I really like the idea of that. No offense to wherever it was actually supposed to take place in. It doesn't jump out at me. So it wasn't a major city. So who gives a fuck? Joel, you were telling me earlier this year that this is your favorite horror franchise by far. So coming off of the success of Scream 5, how excited are you for Scream 6? And did you like this teaser?
I was happy to like Scream 5. Let's say that. Because I really was not interested in seeing more. But I was like not excited for 6 because I thought 5 was fine. I'm like, I don't know where else. I mean, where else can you go?
New York City.
Well, I didn't think they would be so fucking creative and go to the city and do something different. That's cool. That trailer was really cool. I was like, this is different. Thank you for branching out. Everything looked the same before. Now we have something that looks different. I appreciate that.
Right. And look, do you feel as though do Do you feel as though Scream 5 gave you the same feeling you had watching 2018 Halloween? Like it's just a breath of fresh air. Like it's not the same old. Like it just feels different.
No, it definitely felt like the same old. But that's
Scream
what I
5?
also got. It felt like
You thought Scream 5 was?
It was the same.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Really?
Oh wow, yeah. No, I definitely felt like all the things I loved about Scream 5, none of that was utilized in 2, 3, or 4.
Well, I don't even remember.
I remember 2, 3, and 4, and those
I
shit.
do not.
First of all, time out. 4 was so bad. I remind you, I forgot it existed. Till Joe said, "Bro, what did you think of Scream 4?" And I said, "Scream 4 is the one that comes out this year." He said, "Nah, man, it's 5." I said, "Oh fuck." I rewatched that shit and said, "That's why I forgot you existed. This shit was god awful. It was fucking horrible. It was fucking horrible. It was a step above the show on MTV. That's how bad Scream 4 was. It was only slightly a step above the stupid ass show with fucking Tyga and all that shit. But anyway, AJ,
that bad. Stop it.
that show was the worst fucking thing you could have done to that franchise easily. Not.
It was a comedy.
Well, then don't do it. Then don't do it. Don't do it. AJ, you were nodding your head when Joel was saying this was his favorite horror franchise. So did you enjoy Scream 5, and did this teaser trailer do anything for you for Scream 6?
Can you see me right now?
Yeah.
Sure can.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't like the way you said interesting. Like it was a good thing. Like you're like, oh, okay, all right. Go ahead, AJ. What'd you think of the teaser?
I like this little teaser they showed us, but I am still a little cautious of it, especially since I love the first Halloween, but after that it just gotten worse and worse. I hope.
You mean Scream?
No. I'm comparing the two.
Oh, got you. Okay.
So Halloween was good at first, like Scream 5 was. I just hope that the quality of the movie doesn't go down along with it. So that's one of my issues. But overall, I did like this teaser.
Yeah, and I do like that you're breathing new blood into the franchise. There's no Nev Campbell, so obviously Sydney is not. Like the last movie, is not the importance of the theme of this movie. So I like that. Just don't make the fucking killer start to be her fucking relatives like you did for Sydney. That was the most non-creative shit you could ever fucking did with that franchise. It just started becoming her family. What the fuck? Like what? This is the stupidest shit ever, man. Are you serious? So just be better. It's really all I can say.
Jesus.
Just choose to be better. Just choose to be better. But all right, guys, that's all we got for you guys on this episode of Much to Do About Something. We appreciate you guys in the comment section, all in the game. Mike, shout out to Mike's mom. Happy birthday. Hope it was a great birthday. Happy birthday. And I just would like to tell you guys out there, just keep an open mind when it comes to DC going forward. Okay. There will be stuff you don't like, but open yourself to things you possibly could. Okay? All right? Because I'll remind you guys, you had to open up your mind to when this DCEU started and they casted everybody. You had to open up. I remember the people that were shitting on Gal Gadot when she was casted as Wonder Woman.
Same with Ben Affleck.
Same with Ben Affleck. Same with Henry Cavill. I haven't heard those people since. So. With who?
With Henry. Henry was a good cast.
No. I heard that from people that just didn't know based off. I told you. I didn't know what the fuck that movie was about, Joel, when I saw that first trailer. But I did hear people saying that because it was just bigger than what you usually saw.
I was one of those people who were shitting on the Ben Affleck casting because I didn't want an old Batman, and that still stands today. So
I'm going to be honest with you. It took a long time for me to get to the idea of his age. Because to me, the age wasn't a problem. It was the narrative you went with when you made him that old. You killed off the only Robin he's ever had in that universe. Like, just a lot of that shit was just very head-scratching.
Yeah. I mean, I was so lucky that the costume was so beautiful.
Yeah. And Ben was so great as Batman.
I still but he's old. I was the entire time, but why is he an old Batman? I did never lose that.
But yeah, so just please, guys, keep an open mind because, like I said, it was very murky when a lot of these castings first happened for the DCEU, And look, you guys are now fucking glued to these actors, right? So just give an opportunity for this next set of actors to be the same thing for you. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. You know, because if you go in thinking you'll hate
we riot.
No rioting. No rioting. That's how you kill a universe before it begins. No more rioting. Let's just let the shit develop before we start trying to burn it down. That's all
I said if you don't like it, riot. So I at least said give it a chance.
No rioting regardless. No rioting. Enough of that. But just like I said, just let's see what comes from this. Okay, let's just see what comes from this.
There's gonna be pitchforks and Colts like a stamp all over the place tomorrow.
I'm just saying, the more you guys feed into the hate of it, the more you will create a negative atmosphere for people who have done nothing wrong. That's all I'm saying. Just give them an opportunity. Now, if they start fucking up, by all means, you grab your pitchforks. But let's let them, build
it. Universe. Jesus.
No, because the difference is, Didge, I mean, when they fuck up, like an actual fuck up, like a true fuck up.
If you don't like it,
no. Forget not liking it. I mean a legit fuck up, like an undeniable fuck up. The old regime of the DCEU made undeniable fuck ups. There was nobody that was like, nah, I kind of see where they're coming from. No. We all agreed they were fucking up.
All right.
I'm saying if you leave it to what you're saying, Trayvon will go, no, they casted the new Superman. I don't like the actor. Burn it all down. No, let's not base it off of what you don't like.
Argument. Don't rush it.
I'm already there.
Let's base it off of fuck ups. That's all I'm saying.
That's
you already
not what
hate
I
the guy
meant.
that got cast.
I meant if you don't like the end product, but yes, you're right. I should have been more specific.
Yo, Trayvon said I already hate the ghost of Superman's future.
Oh, man. On another level.
Just look at my tweet.
Oh man, no, I'd much rather not do that.
Oh no, I blocked you.
But all right, before we get out of here, I want to give a shout out to AJ that kept saying this is I called this, I told y'all. You said it so much, AJ, you might have manifested it. So congrats to AJ for manifesting a possible full reboot.
You the manifestation of the year. We thought it was Trayvon, but it was
we thought it would be Trayvon, but we ended the year. AJ pulled right in front, and he got the award for manifestation of the year. We might have to do an award show like that where we
gotta wait to see what happened with the Batman first.
We gotta do a haters ball that's led by Trayvon. We gotta do manifestation ball led by AJ. Yeah. And Didge, I meant to tell you because you didn't listen to the episode, I don't think. AJ took your spot. So you don't have to worry about blind jokes anymore. AJ took that away from you.
Guys, I am a Daredevil fan now.
You are not. You fucking lying bastard. You are not.
Wearing the red and black?
You are currently tolerating it so people don't think you hate blind people. That is all you were doing. I know it, Didge. But all right, guys, thank you so much. And until next week, guys. Peace.